Hello, I'm Raquel. Newdayze, where every day is new, down to every hour, every minute, and every second. New things are always working out for you because the universe is always working out for you and never against you. Thank you for joining me on my channel today. Today I'm going to talk about meditation. In my previous video, I did a demonstration on the 9 bottle wind pranayama breathing technique, and I was thinking I was going to talk about something else different today, but Spirit led me to talk about meditation and its benefits. Um, I always talk about meditation on this channel. It's like the first thing that I recommend that someone do. It's the first, gift. I call it, that we come here that is we haven't just like been taught. Like some people have been taught, from small kids to start meditating. But had I been taught that from a small child, a lot of the things that I encountered throughout my life, I would have never, made certain choices and decisions, and I would just would have never done that. And it is important that I practice more so because even though I've been meditating a long time, I've done the starting and stopping thing before, and when I stopped, crucial moments happened in my life when I was a when I was non-meditating, when I wasn't meditating, that led me to regret later on, which I healed through meditation. So everything is the way it's supposed to be, and I'm accepting of that. I accept that everything is how it's already supposed to be. So I'm not gonna sit here and complain to you about the way things are, because meditation helps me to learn. It's a learning process. It helps you to learn and helps you to humble yourself and to come to conclusions of saying, you know what, I was not right about that. I was wrong about that, or I made a different choice. I could have made a better choice, or I could have trusted myself more. And instead of saying coulda, shoulda, woulda, you start to actually do that. You start trusting yourself more. You start trusting your inner voice more. You start recognizing that there's God in you and there's God in everyone that you meet, and you trust that. You trust that. You trust that there's God in everyone. So even when you have a disagreement with someone, you can always go back and see the love side of them, the God side of them, because you've been, really doing your meditation. You've been practicing, and I've often heard you can't do meditation. You are meditation. Like you can't do it. So, I say do meditation, but you're always doing a meditation because you're always focused on something. It's like your focus is tuned into something, and that's really what meditation is. Like yoga means meditation, and yoga also are the series of poses and asanas that you see people do all the time. And I do yoga too, but I love yoga and meditation at the same time. And I think meditation is what led me more so to jump more into yoga from doing meditation. And meditation has several benefits. For one, it helps reduce pain. If I wake up and I'm in some type of pain from some type of emotion that I did yesterday, like a lower emotion, like got upset, frustrated, or just worried, or just in my feelings about something, and maybe if I feel that in my body, or for whatever reason, I wake up, I hit the mat, I meditate, and the pain is greatly reduced, y'all. I'm telling you, I'm serious. I tell you no lies when I tell you that it reduces pain. It helps with sleep. If you have to use any type of sleep aids can be pretty much ruled out. Like I used to use sleep aids when I was seriously ill with lupus disease and kidney disease, and meditation led me to not having to use anything, and I don't have any problems going to sleep. I go to sleep, I sleep in peace. Here's my words: I sleep in peace and I wake in joy. I say that before I go to bed so that I reset. You should reset. Like if you go to bed with something, you should reset by the next day. You should feel different about it. You should have a different answer about it by the time the next day starts. If you didn't reset, you're definitely a good candidate for meditation. Now, I'm sitting in what is called a full lotus pose. They have half lotus pose where these poses where there's one leg up, or you don't have to sit in a lotus pose at all. You can sit in a chair as long as your feet are flat on the ground, or you can just sit with your legs cross-legged, your feet tucked under you. There's a lot of various ways to sit. I've used them all, and there's a lot more poses that you can find in books. Like I have a book that has like various meditation poses that can be used for meditation. But as long as your spine is erect and straight and comfortable, you don't have to do any type of you know, um, fancy pose or complicated pose or something that's going to hurt your body. Even if your body's, when I first started meditating, my body wasn't even straight. I had this like fold over, you know. But as I read, and it was true, the more you meditate, the straighter your spine will get, the clearer your head will get, and the more you will stop worrying about trivial things, and you'll let go faster. Because like I said in my previous video, I have on my arm here in Zulu, Kiiku Kiombe, means let it go in Zulu. And that is so, I can learn to let it go. It's an experience that happened to me that I absolutely could not seem to let go. But meditation helped me with letting go of that experience. So I just want to share that with you. And also I wanted to share with you mudras. Mudras are the hand postures. Now these mudras are just not hand postures. Don't think they just hand postures. They are, they help because everything in the body connects. So whenever you put your fingers together in certain postures or poses, or it coincides with organs in your body, and it relates to specific organs, and it can help with anything from anxiety to depression to sleep. Certain mudras like the Gaian mudra helps with, you see often, the common mudra helps with anxiety and calming the energies and the spirit and things of that nature. So these hand mudras are not just postures or something you see. Everything is for something. And everything on our body, we came here with everything we need. Everything is necessary. I've heard people say, oh, your appendix is not necessary. Your spleen is not. Everything, your tonsils is not necessary. All things are necessary. Everything that God gave to us, everything that Spirit gave to us is necessary. It's all necessary. Now, can you make it without it? Of course you can. Of course you can. But it's still necessary. Nothing was given to us that was unnecessary. We're all designed perfectly, and I used to believe so many different things just because I was taught that wasn't necessary, or this wasn't required, or that's not true. Everything works together. It's the reason why that appendix starts at the beginning of that digestive process. Like, those things are necessary. Everything helps with something. And just like these hand mudras, they help with some. I use an Apana, a Gaya, an Apana mudra, and I started using this mudra where you put your index finger in the crease of your thumb, and you put your middle finger and your ring finger on the tips of your thumb, the tip of your thumb. And this helps with regulating the heart. I started using that mudra to help me regulate the heart, and it absolutely works. It works. It completely helped me when I was having heart palpitations because of kidney disease. If you know anything about kidney disease, if you don't, I'm going to tell you this one thing. Most people don't die from kidney disease. They die from heart attacks. So that kidney has an energy flow that goes straight to the heart and back and forth. Back from the heart and back and forth. And I learned that because I've had the experience of kidney disease, and it led me to do research because I want to find out what's wrong. What's wrong with me, and why is it wrong with me? And what can I do to fix it? Not what can a doctor do to fix it, what can this person do to fix it. People can assist and help me. Yes, of course. But what can I do to fix it? What can I do to help myself? What can I do to help myself? And when I first started meditating, I was thinking, oh, I can't do this. How can I sit alone with just closing my eyes and I can, with my thoughts for, a certain amount of time without moving and being able to sit there without feeling anxiousness because I was in total anxiety at the time. But every time I was reading, how could I heal myself? How could I heal myself naturally? How could I heal lupus naturally? How could I stop being in pain naturally so I wouldn't have to use drugs to feel, better? Every single piece of information that Spirit led me to meditation. Every piece. Every piece. I kept seeing it and kept seeing it. And you keep seeing something. I got books, meditation. I was like, okay, I get the signs now. And then I thought, oh, I have to have this teacher to teach me. I have to go to, maybe this temple and maybe I can get, some teachings when that wasn't even required. I could teach myself this. I could do this. You have YouTube videos, you have books, and back then, YouTube wasn't a thing for me, to go on to look to practice meditation. So I had to order books. I learned my first meditation through Meditation Expert, Bill Badori. I learned my first meditation techniques through Meditation Expert. But like I said, I ordered books and things of that nature to help me in learning the technique. And there's no specific way that you have to meditate. There's no specific meditation that you use. Mindful meditations, mindfulness meditations. They have, like several different types of meditations. There's no specific type that you have to use. I don't have to complicate things for you to tell you that you have to use a transcendental meditation or anything of that nature. I started with guided meditations, and they really helped me. That's how I started off. I started off with guided meditations, and the guided meditations is so your mind can be focused on something else instead of focusing on the racing thoughts. Now, when you first sit down to close your eyes, you're going to have what is called monkey brain, where your thoughts are just jumping from here to there, and then you get to really see what's really going on in your mind. You're like, wow, this is what's happening all day long. I'm just jumping from thought to thought to thought, and I'm not focused and concentrating on one, thing at a time. And then you start to see, okay, maybe I really need this. But after a few minutes, you get past that part. And then the thoughts start to slow down and they start to come to you. But the goal is to let the thought come, but just let it pass through you. Don't judge it. It doesn't matter what kind of thought it is. It doesn't matter if it's a thought that makes you feel bad or terrible or unpleasant. Feel the feeling, whatever. Just let it pass through. Just let it flow through you. As you breathe, just let it flow through you. Just let it just flow in. Thoughts come in, they flow out. Just like the cars passing by. And that's kind of how you look at the thoughts, is you don't judge them, You just let them come in and flow out. In and out, And that's like the easiest meditation I feel like that one can do instead of, of course, there's following the breath. If it's a pana meditation, well, you can follow the breath when you're breathing in, you can visualize the breath going in your nose, permeating all of your tissues, cells, and organs, and things of that nature, and it coming out. Like if you were outside on a cold winter day and that you see that clear looking air comes out of your mouth, like you can visualize that coming in and out of your nose. I've done that one, and that's just concentrating on the breath. And then when your mind floats off to some thought, because it will, you bring it back to the breath, recognizing in the breath and appreciating the breath. I've done those focused meditations where I'm just focusing on everything I'm grateful for in that moment, just gratitude. Just I'm thinking about all the love I have, family, my mom being alive and well, just all of that thing, just focusing on everything that I have, not necessarily physically, but love and care for myself, and just being immersed in gratitude. So that's another meditation that I've done also, and I've used. But when I sit down, I've done mix-ups. I've done a guided meditation and then went from that to a transcendental meditation, all in one meditation. Like I said, there's no specific way to do it. And also, um, you do meditation all the time. You may drive. You don't know how you got from A to B. You were meditating. You might be cleaning something, and there's something that you're cleaning out of your mind. You're meditating. You know, there's various times and ways that you're meditating, and you don't even realize that that's what you're doing. But it still helps clear the mind. Like, we take showers every day. I mean, hope you take, shower, clean yourself every day. You go to work every day. Some people, they fight. They go to the gym. I got to get to this gym. I got to work out. I got to have this outer appearance. But the inner appearance shines out through the outer appearance. You can work on the inner appearance the outer appearance all day, but if you're not working on the inner appearance, the outer appearance is just gonna be, that's what it's gonna be missing that glow. So when you meditate, you're fixing the inner world. I mean, and it's hard at first, and I think a lot of people don't get through meditation because they're presented with having to focus on old memories coming up, and they don't know what to do with it. And that's where they say you may need a guru to help you get through those type of moments, like how do you heal from traumatic experiences. And I had to face those things, and I just kept meditating through them because I was like, I'm going to be able to let them go. I'm going to be able to deal with them better. And I just kept believing in myself because I was like, I'm already in here now. The memories are already rising up. I would rather them rise up and me be able to heal them than for me to have them lingering somewhere in my subconscious mind, and I'm acting off of them and I'm not doing anything to heal them. So that's one reason why I feel like people get uncomfortable in their thoughts, because they're like, oh, I'm thinking these things. But it's okay. It's okay. You find a lot of self-love and self-care for yourself in meditation, and you realize that it matters most how you take care of yourself. And I feel like this is one of the longest videos I've done. But I'm probably going to do a part 2 because I can talk about meditation forever, and I feel like I'm going to continuously to push it because it helps. And if it helps someone like me who felt like she had no control over her mind, and I was like, I can't control these thoughts, but yes, I can, then I know it can help you. Because my thoughts created a hell of an abyss for me. And if it can create an abyss, it can create a paradise. So thank you. I love you guys. Peace, infinite love to all. Thank you for watching my channel. I'm Newdayze.